Hey you guys, welcome back to Alleyways, or if it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and if you haven't already, please make sure to join the Alleyways family, subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on post notifications, not only so you know when I have new content, but also so I can include you in my subscriber shout out. This is my special way of thanking you guys for being so incredible, supportive, and kind, and really getting to know each and every one of you on an individual basis. I am going to be shouting out some very special subscribers at the end of today's video, so make sure you stay tuned till the end in case that's you. Okay, for today's video, we're back in the kitchen. As you can see, I recently took a trip to Walmart with Courtney to start looking for some things for Evangeline's first birthday, and when I was there, I found something I hadn't seen in a long time, and that's cherry frosting. You guys, when I was younger, we made different desserts with this cherry frosting that I loved. I hadn't seen it in forever, so I had to get some just for nostalgia purposes, and then I started brainstorming on different ways I could use it, and I kind of have a rough idea for these brownies I want to make, and I think they should be called forbidden brownies. If you want to call them cherry cordial brownies, we'll think of a name. It'll be in the title. Either way, they're going to be delicious. Let's jump into everything you're going to need for this recipe. For this recipe, we're going to need a base layer of brownies. I'm going to be doing it just with a box mix plus all the ingredients I'll need to prepare those, but if you want to do those homemade, more power to you. You'll also need a jar of cherry preserves, a jar of cherry frosting, and then for the top layer, you'll need 1/3 cup of butter, 1 cup of chocolate chips, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of vanilla, 3 cups of powdered sugar, and 5 tablespoons of milk. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare our brownies just according to the directions on the box. If you want to make some homemade from scratch, you are amazing. I am proud of you. I'm not going to do that, but if you do, let me know how it goes. So I'm going to go ahead and do those, but we're going to add a quick twist. Let's go ahead. I'm going to do that off camera, get everything ready. We all know how to prepare box brownies. And then let's jump into what we're going to do to make it a little bit more delicious. Okay, I've got my pan greased. I've got my brownie mixture ready. I'm gonna pour this in the pan and then we're gonna go on to step 2. Okay, we've got our brownies in our pan. Now we're going to take our cherry preserves and we are just going to spoon some in so that each little bite of brownie has some. And I love cherry preserves. I could literally just straight up eat them with a spoon. So I'm gonna be pretty generous. You don't have to do this step. If you just want to, you know, modify the recipe to suit your taste buds, do it. This is what I'm doing, and I think it's going to be delicious. My mom used to make some brownies that I loved that had raspberry preserves in them, and so this is kind of reminiscent of those, and it's just going to be so good. So let's do that. We'll make sure it's evenly dispersed, and then we will get these in the oven. We're gonna let them bake at 350. You guys know, if you watch my vlogs, I like all of my baked goods under-baked, so we're gonna make sure these are nice and fudgy. Then we will pull them, let them cool, and move on to our next layer. So I'm gonna finish these up and get them in the oven. What do you guys think these brownies should be called? Cherry cordial brownies? I just like the idea of forbidden brownies because they're so, oh, just delectable. I haven't even tried this recipe yet, but I just feel like it's gonna be good. Okay, this looks good to me. The cherry preserves will bake and spread out. Let's get this in the oven. Right, here are our brownies. They are baked, they have been cooled. Look how incredible these look already. Just alone like this would be beautiful, but let's take it to the next level. Let's go ahead and take our cherry frosting and get it on top of our brownies. Okay, so we have our brownies frosted. Next, let's move on to our chocolatey topping. Okay, now what we are going to do is make our chocolate topping. So the first thing we're gonna need to do is melt our butter. Once we've melted our butter, we're gonna stir in our chocolate chips, make sure those are well incorporated, and then add all of our other ingredients. We're gonna stir it together. It's gonna form this really beautiful chocolatey topping that we're going to pour over the top of our brownies and frosting. I'm going to put them back in the fridge because once we do that, this is actually going to harden and form a really nice, almost chocolatey shell on top. So I'm going to go ahead and melt this. I'll be right back and we'll stir in our chocolate chips and the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so we got our butter melted. Now let's put in our chocolate chips. Okay, full disclosure, I had to microwave this a bit to get our chocolate chips good and melted. So I microwaved them for another 30 seconds in two 15-minute increments. You want it to be really smooth like this. So now I'm going to add in the rest of these ingredients to get our nice chocolatey topping. A lot of powdered sugar. Make sure you get this really stirred well. You see how the powdered sugar wants to clump. You want your frosting or topping, whatever you want to call it, to be nice and smooth. So really make sure you stir this well. We have stirred this to the perfect consistency. Now let's get it on top of our brownies. Okay, so a tip, you want to move quick because this frosting will start to harden if you don't move with it quickly. The chocolate chips are going to want to solidify again, so just make sure, like I said, move quickly with it. And I just realized we had something in our fridge that I want to add to really take this over the top. So Mom found these dark chocolate morsels with cherry filling, and it was just too perfect. I'm just going to put a few in the top, then we're going to put these in the fridge to let them cool and kind of congeal, if you will, and then we'll come back and do a taste test.
What do we think?
Okay, everybody, moment of truth. I've cut myself a sample of our brownies that has a little bit of everything. So you can see there's some preserves in the brownie part, good icing. We have one of our cherry cordial, come on camera, you can do it, cherry cordial pieces in the front. Cheers. But it's a little big. I'm gonna get it all in there like a piece of sushi. Oh my gosh, okay. I don't want to brag, but oh my gosh. That is so good. That is so good. I'm somebody who loves sweets. It's very sweet. Just know that. Modify it if you don't want it to be too sweet. It's really good. I'm gonna go have some more and then we'll shout out subscribers. Okay, you guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I am so excited with how they came out. If you tried these, let me know. As always, let me know what you want to see next time here on Alleyways. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch. I want to give a special thank you to Skylar Rain, my fellow Nashville native. I recently met you here on the channel. We connected because you live in Nashville also, and you're headed on your first Disney cruise in the near future, of course, pending all things COVID. And I just want to thank you for reaching out and being so kind and supportive. It has really been fun connecting with you. I love all you guys. Appreciate you so much, and I can't wait to see you next time right here on Alleyways. Bye.